DirecTV, one of my district's largest satellite providers, has threatened to remove Newsmax from its lineup. Why? Why, may I ask? Newsmax simply asked to receive equal compensation for DirecTV carrying its channel through carriage fees. Though Newsmax has higher ratings than many other more liberal stations offered on DirecTV, the satellite provider owned by AT&T will not negotiate in good faith with Newsmax.
That is Republican Texas Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz speaking on the House floor, calling on DirecTV to bring back Newsmax.
DirecTV dropped our network from 13 million homes despite Newsmax being rated America's fourth highest cable news channel. The same person you saw there, Texas Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz, is here now from the Capitol. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for coming on. Talk to me about that, if you can, and your passion behind making that speech on the House floor. Why?
Well, look, DirecTV is one of our largest providers, and for them to cancel a conservative news outlet like Newsmax that makes impact and inroads into not only our community, but to the nation, informing people. Right now, Americans are only getting woke left media coverage that is given and spoon-fed to them. That's why the work of Congresswoman Mayra Flores, who we just heard from, is trying to give a voice to conservatives through Spanish language opportunities and Newsmax through their capabilities. It is important that conservatives like myself stand up for the freedom of speech and that people in America get both sides of the story.
You are not alone. Other lawmakers are speaking out in defense of Newsmax. Here are just a handful.
This appears to be another victory in the woke left's efforts to cancel conservatives and limit free speech.
And that was just a little bit more of your conversation there. But we've shared tweets with other lawmakers who've spoken out against the decision to cancel Newsmax. What have you heard from your colleagues on the, quite frankly, Republican side of the aisle? Or have there been any bipartisan support to just provide viewers with news coverage that spans the political spectrum?
Well, look, it's completely unacceptable what is happening. Myself, along with several congressmen and women, signed a letter to DirecTV saying that we see what you're doing in censoring a conservative message point through Newsmax. It's unacceptable. We're going to call them out on them, and we're going to ask them, why are they once again censoring a conservative voice? The woke left will not be tolerated through media, and there are conservatives like myself that are going to stand up for conservative television, conservative radio, so that our message gets heard alongside and against the woke left media's message.
Do you see a long-term concern in regards to conservative voices having platforms? We broke it down, and I think you've seen it too, where there are some 22 left-leaning cable news networks that are still on. For conservative-leaning, right-leaning networks, it's now down to 2, and then if you had DirecTV, it's now down to 1. Is there concern that, you know, months from now, years from now, it may be even less than that?
It is a very big concern, and that's why I signed on to this letter, because we've got to fight back. The left has an infrastructure set through the national media outlets that is putting their message out to everyday Americans. Conservatives like myself, congressmen like myself, must stand up and say this behavior will not be tolerated, and we're going to call them out. I'm thankful for Congresswoman Mayra Flores for being part of another conservative news outlet. It is important that we build an infrastructure to stand against the woke left's message.
You know, it's Newsmax that's asking questions about some of the top stories of the day, asking why President Biden had classified documents within his possession. He's still not taking questions really from the media on that. I just wanted to ask you, Congresswoman, if you had thoughts on the possession of classified documents in the president's personal and private home. What should happen next, maybe from a congressional standpoint?
Well, look, what we're seeing again is a double standard. We are seeing an elitist mentality with the Biden administration and the media that just secures him and supports him. This is a double standard, and American people are tired of it. If we put President Trump under the scrutiny that he has been under as the president, then Biden administration should also be under the same type of scrutiny. And we're just seeing it over and over again, the double standard that happens right here in Washington, D.C. And that's why I was elected, because I'm an outsider that doesn't want and will not put up with this nonsense.
Yeah, many Congress members like yourself stepping out about this, and viewers at home can too. There's a number on your screen. Texas Congressmember Monica de la Cruz joining us live from the Capitol. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.